From the new Memorial Field on the campus of Natick High School, it is high school football on Weymouth Community Access as the Wildcats of Weymouth High take on the red and blue of Natick. Good evening, everyone. Mark Ducharme to call you play-by-play. Two very similar styles of teams going at each other. Both love to run the spread offense, make things happen. As tonight, they square off in this Bay State Conference game here at the new Memorial Field. Redone as far as everything goes. Stands, press box, everything here is Weymouth and Natick. Here from Memorial Field, opening kickoff in a moment. Darrell Fernandez, one of the two Weymouth backs, awaiting the kick. Alex Hilger to kick off for the red and blue. As Weymouth will have a slight breeze at their back to start this one. As Hilger and the red and blue coming off a win over Dedham. And the high kick to get us underway. Darrell Fernandez at the 15, looks for the middle. As Darrell will get it out to about the 30-yard line. Brandon Boudreau brings him down there in the Wildcat offense, which has been very productive during the season. As Cam McClevich, who has thrown 19 touchdown passes on the year and almost 1,200 yards with a variety of receivers. And the Wildcats looking at a three-man front as they go to the run to start the game. As it's McClevich on the keep, getting it out to the 33 for 3 yards. Second down and 7 coming up as Zach Hilger made the stop. Well, the Wildcats, a week ago, able to move the football at will, almost 400 yards of offense. Quick out. Wally gets back to the line of scrimmage where he's going to be knocked down there by Mike Dunlap, and it'll be 3rd and 7 coming up. As Cam McClevich trying to get Sean Wally into space and have him go on the one move, and Wally with the reception, but was knocked down by Dunlap immediately. 3rd and about 6.5 to go for a first down. As the opening possession in this one. McClevich on the roll. Floating it deep downfield and broken up. Intended for Ozzie Colarusso by Alex Hilger. And it'll be 4th down. Wildcats. Let's see if they go 3 and out. They do have to run the rugby punt. And Cam McClevich, who was hit it at 33 yards per punt. McClevich drills it downfield. Hilger grabs it on the fly and trying to turn it upfield. Hilger will be knocked down at about the 31, and that's where Natick will start. Now the red and blue come out. Troy Flutie as the quarterback, and Flutie, who had a good game up at Weymouth, as he will go to the ground right away, and a good play. Nick Lee goes straight ahead for about a yard, as Steve Bransfield on the tackle in the no huddle for the red and blue. 2nd and 9 coming up. Flutie trying to avoid pressure. Sean Wally had a chance as Flutie is an excellent runner. Gets out of bounds, and he'll get the first down at the 46. Sean Wally had him lined up, and Flutie able to get around Wally and get the first down. So the red and blue, that is one thing that Troy Flutie throws as far as an element to this Natick offense, his ability to run with the football. Lee on the inside handoff gets a gaping hole, and Bransfield has to bring him down close to a first down as Nick Lee just cut it off right side of his line and gets about 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 coming up. Flutie on the keep. Flutie be wrestled down, but he gets 6 in the first down. John Hatchie came around and made the tackle. Well, the red and blue have elected to come out, no huddle. But the run by Troy Flutie has got this possession going for the red and blue. Flutie looking to throw on the pressure from Sean Murphy. Deep downfield, Brian Dunlap is wide open and catches it inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal for the red and blue. And a 35-yard pass play to the 5. 1st and goal for the red and blue. Flutie has had Dunlap wide open. And a shower here coming down. Lee on the inside handoff, cuts it towards Steve Bransfield, slowing him down at about the 4. Alex Casey also there, and Drew Wadman. Well, the red and blue trying to quicken the pace. There's Flutie on 2nd and goal from the 3. Flutie looks to keep, slices his way in for the touchdown. And the red and blue score first in this one. And Sam Lenson will try to add the point after. Lenson drills it through, 7-0 Natick. 7-0 Natick, 8:29 to go opening period. Alex Hilger to kick off for the red and blue, goes 70 yards in their opening possession. And a high kick by Hilger. Fernandez at the 10. As Durrell gets a seam, Durrell nearly breaks it as he gets 25 on the return. Out to the 35, and the Wildcats will start there. On their second possession, they went 3 and out on their first. Well, the Wildcats are able to gain 4 on their first possession as they will start. At the 35, as Colarusso in motion. Quick pass, Colarusso looking to get to the corner. Colarusso gets 6 as he'll be run down on the play. As Ozzie took the quick pass and Micah Bruzzi made the stop. 2nd and 4 coming up. Well, a little bit of rain here at Natick, the new Memorial Field. And the Wildcats go to the ground. It's McLevich. Gets it out to about the 44, close to a 1st down, depending on the spot. And it'll be 3rd and inches for the Wildcats. Wally comes around on the sweep, turns the corner. Fernandez trying to lead him down the field, and he'll get it 17 yards and a 1st down to the Natick 40. So the Wildcats keep the drive alive, first down of the game. Well, these two teams can put points on the board with the best of them in this league. Inside handoff, Fernandez gets free, and Fernandez gets about 8 on the play. As Durrell nearly just bringing his way up the middle. Mike Dunlap just got him by the ankles and we'll run him down. As the Wildcats have moved it from their own 35 to the Natick 31. play was the Sean Wally run on the fly sweep. Weymouth needs a yard. Second down. McLevich cuts it to the middle, gets the yard, and maybe 5 more to the 24, and a first down as Cam McLevich, who is a very good running quarterback, found his way going up the middle. So the Wildcats have moved the ball in this possession to the Natick 25. And done it mostly on the ground. Colarusso cuts it upfield. Ozzie gets it down to the 19. Zach Hilger and Brian Tingley on the tackle. Weymouth getting good yardage on this possession on first down plays. As the Wildcats taking what they can get on the ground in this possession. Fernandez couldn't get outside as Durrell is going to be caught for a loss of 5 on the play. Mike Dunlap just came up and made the tackle, and it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. An illegal shift on the Wildcats. And the Wildcats still faced with 3rd and of 9. And Weymouth looks like they want a timeout. They do not go with the timeout, as they will have it. And you know this is 2-down territory, and see how they play it on 3rd and 9 as McLevich cuts it back inside, spins away. Cam will get the yardage lost by Fernandez on the previous play, and it'll be 4th and about 4 on the play for the Wildcats, who will go for it. Well, McLevich nearly broke it. McLevich, quick out. Wally doesn't hang on, and the Wildcats turn it over. He had the first down, but the pass was low and behind him. Weymouth stops themselves. Play was there, and the Wildcats basically just stopped themselves. Brian Dunlap gets it out, and a flag down, and in the area of holding is Jared Stokes makes the stop. And it appears in the area of holding. It is on Natick, the penalty. It is on Natick, and the Wildcats see if they want to push Natick back as the Natick offense has come out. No huddle. Well, the Wildcats had a good drive. They just stopped themselves. Sean Wally was wide open. Pass was a little low, but still catchable. 1st and 20 for the red and blue at their own 10. Flutie looking. Goes out to Dunlap. Knocked down immediately and out of bounds by David Harrison after about an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 11 coming up. Well, Dunlap on the comeback route. Got 9 on the play, 2nd and 11. I don't know what the delay is for. We're talking to the guy doing the down marker. Apparently that's what it was. Flutie, pressure from behind, gets rid of it. Kareem Bailey-Smith was headed down the far sidelines for a touchdown. As Kareem had it, the play well diagnosed and came up as he closed very quickly and looked like he was going to pick it off and head down the field. 3rd and 11. Oh, Corey Bailey-Smith, that's one that you normally associate with him grabbing and taking off. That was one I think he just saw it, the end zone, and just thought, well, I'm going. Flutie, pressure from Hatchie. John will bring him down for the sack back at the 17 as Hatchie just stayed with the play, and John brings him down for a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down. And the red and blue will send on the punt team. As Ozzie Colarusso will await the kick from Sam Lenson. Lenson just getting away. Colarusso at his 48 avoids one hit, avoids a second hit. Ozzie trying to get away from a third and a fourth hit. Will be knocked down in Natick territory at the 48-yard line as Ozzie got 4 on the return. As Larry and Johnson brought him down. So the Wildcats will have excellent field position at the Natick 48. Well, red and blue went down the field, had a couple of big plays in that first possession. That one, Weymouth defense buckled down. Darrell Fernandez dropped the ball, and it's not a good situation for Weymouth because Natick falls on it. Darrell just never had the handle on it. Tim Dunn falls on it for the red and blue. And Natick will get the ball back in superb field position, the Weymouth 47. So the red and blue have it at the 48 of Weymouth. And they will get to the 43 on 5 free yards. All of a sudden, we get a burst of rain here at Memorial Field. Nick Lee. Steve Bransfield brings him down at the line of scrimmage. Second down and about 3 for the red and blue, and man, is it coming down. All of a sudden, just a cloud burst here. Flutie. Time, flipping it over the middle and incomplete. Troy never really had control of the football. 3rd and 3 for the red and blue. Nick Lee, first down and more as Corey Bailey-Smith strips him of the football, and maybe Weymouth has it. Let's see. John Hatchie comes up with a football, and the Wildcats forced the turnover. Corey Bailey-Smith turned it over. And they said no, that John Hatchie had the football. Oh, I think Corey Bailey-Smith had knocked the football away. Dunlap on the reverse gets cut down. Sean Murphy just tripped him up. Well, Wildcats are just like a step away from coming up with big plays here in this first quarter. Well, Dunlap loses 3, 2nd and 13. Flutie, sweep. Colarusso just strings him down. And Flutie just flipped the football up to the official. He's lucky. Well, he flipped it up. So Ozzie Colarusso just got him by the collar and just rolled him to the turf. He's lucky. Flutie just flipped the football in frustration. 3rd and 18. Wildcats on the blitz. Pressure on Flutie. And he'll go down, flag down on the play. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. And let's see what that call is. Procedure on Natick. The Wildcats should be declining the penalty. Play was run, and they will decline it, and a loss in the play as Flutie is sacked. 4th and 20. As the first quarter will come to an end, Natick with a 7-0 lead after one. And all of a sudden, a cloudburst here at Natick. 7-0 Natick after one. Sam Linson will be punting for the red and blue. And second punt. Well, the Wildcats turned the ball over, but no harm, at least for now, done. Linson and the red and blue need 20 on this 4th down play. High snap! Linson in a little bit of trouble, and he's able to get it away. And he gets a bounce depending upon where they spot it, as it went out of bounds at the Weymouth 19, and what could have been a big play for the Wildcats, they are not able to come up with. John Hatchie appeared that he had a chance and played it conservatively. Weymouth will go right to left here in the second period with their hands on the football. As they will be having the rain in their face to begin the second quarter. McLevich. Pass is picked off. Cam threw it behind Corey Bailey-Smith, who was open. And the red and blue get it back. Mike Abruzzi just stepped in front of the play and picked it off. And what the Wildcats didn't need to have happen after they had just forced Natick to turn the ball over on, as far as punting the football away, the Wildcats didn't give the ball right back. Last two plays have been disastrous for Weymouth. A fumble that they lost, and now a pass interception. Flutie running from the pressure, up deep, picked off! Picked off, and down the near sidelines looking for a lot more to go. As Corey Bailey-Smith tipped it to David Harrison. And the Wildcats get it right back and get even better field position. In fact, they gain 35 yards. Well, look disastrous. The Wildcats came up with the play. So first down for the Wildcats at the Natick 46. Corey Bailey-Smith tipped it up in the air. And Steve Bransfield had the pressure on Troy Flutie. So the Wildcats at the Natick 46. Inside handoff, Fernandez. Punches his way for two. As Fernandez got it to the 44. Corey Fisher made the stop. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats, who just get the football back and trying to make something happen after turning the ball over on 2 successive plays. Colarusso trying to turn the corner. Ozzie gets it down to about the 40. And it'll be 3rd and about 4 coming up for the Wildcats, as Ross Brayman made the stop. 3rd and 4 at the 4. Well, they put it at the 41. Weymouth needs to get it to the 36 and timeout Weymouth. 35 to go in the first half, and Weymouth down 7-0. Well, the Wildcats need 5 on this 3rd down play. McLevich keeps. Cam, 1st down to about the 34-yard line. Elger brings him down there, but Cam McLevich gets the 1st down. Zach Hilger bringing him down as Cam McLevich does get the first down. Well, the Wildcats have been mostly on the ground so far. They've had good success. They were able to move the ball. Dedham had good success against Natick, running the football. McLevich again. Just puts the nose down and dives ahead for 2. Ryan Tingley and Robbie Bescattle on the tackle, 2nd down. And Weymouth will need 9. So McLevich just getting it past the line of scrimmage. And let's see what we got. Timeout, Natick. Apparently, because of lightning, we're going to have a break in this one. We'll take a break. And 7-0 Natick. Well, folks, we had a suspension as far as this game goes. We're going to be resuming at 9:25 to go in the first half. 7-0 Natick. They scored on their opening drive, but Weymouth will have the football when we resume. We had about a 50-minute delay. To be honest with you, it is about the first time that I've ever been involved in one of those situations as far as football goes. I've been in with baseball and soccer and other sports, but football is the first time. The Wildcats will have the football after we resume, as they will have a 3rd down situation, a 9. When play resumes, as Colarusso in motion, and the quick out to Ozzie, who tries to get to the outside. Ozzie Colarusso gets the first down and more as he gets it down to the 17. I was talking with Ozzie during the break, and Ozzie was kind of, as Ozzie Colarusso get 17 on the play and the first down, as they'll mark it at the 18. But Ozzie was saying, like, hey, we're just one step away from making things happen. As the Wildcats, first down after the interception, that has given them the great field position. Colarusso on the quick out will get about 2. As Ozzie gets it down to the 16-yard line, where he is brought down on the play by Zach Hilger and Brian Tingley. 2nd down and 8. It's kind of unusual to see it. It's just as soon as the lightning bolts came, credit the officiating crew for getting everybody off the field and making sure everybody was all set. Fernandez in motion. Dump off. Fernandez tipped away, intercepted. Right off Darrell Fernandez's hands in the 3rd Wildcat turnover is Alex Hilger. As the pass was a little too high in back of Darrell Fernandez, and it popped off his hands, and Cam McLevich suffers the interception. So the Wildcats' 2nd opportunity to march down the field and score, and they stopped themselves. Play was there. Play was there. So Natick will have the ball at their own 23. Flutie gets loose. Flutie out to the 40 and a first down. John Hatchie brings him down. And the Wildcats have to just settle down. The play was there. Weymouth has stopped themselves. And Weymouth was playing very well before the suspension, the game, as Flutie out to the 49. As Steve Bransfield brings down Flutie after a 9-yard game. And the things that Weymouth was doing, they have to get back to what they were successful with, as the red and blue have come out, no huddle offense, and trying to accelerate the pace. Flutie trying to bust it to the outside, gets the first down in the Weymouth territory as Ozzie Colarusso and Alex Casey bring him down. The frustrating part is, Weymouth is playing well and just lost the momentum. as far as that goes. And they have to regain everything that they were doing. Floaty dumps it over the middle and incomplete as he tried to throw it on the screen. Now, it's a good question. As they said that it hit a Natick lineman. I was going to say, it's kind of interesting that that should have been intentional grounding on Troy Flutie. It was nobody there as far as the skill position goes. Second and 10. Weymouth gets back. Nick Lee, first down run to the 37-yard line. John Hatchie on the tackle. So the Wildcats looking to come up with a stop here. Lee trying to bounce it to the outside. Lee gets submarined and cut down by Ozzie Colarusso. Colarusso makes the stop after about a 3-yard gain. And the Wildcats have had some good stops in first down. It's just stringing up back-to-back plays on this drive. That's been the story. Flutie keeps. Flutie has a flag down. Flutie gets it to the 29, and that's in the area of holding. Sean Wally gets credit for the tackle on the far side of the field, and it's on Natick as far as the penalty goes, and we'll wipe out the Flutie run. And Wildcats will take it. Now, red and blue have elected to just go to the no huddle. Look back as far as the plays go, and the Wildcats talking to the coaches. They expected it and were prepared for it. It's just a matter of just execution. Flutie cuts it back. Hatchie just rips him down right at the line of scrimmage. John Hatchie from the backside makes the play, and it'll be third and about 19 for the red and blue as they will put it at the 42. Actually 16 to go. They will mark it. Flutie looking to throw. Pressure by Hatchie. Bransfield. Flutie gets bumped out of bounds at the 40, and good pursuit by Sean Wally and Alex Casey as they came up and made the play and put Natick in a 4th and 14. And the holding penalty slowing down the red and blue as Sam Lenson will be punting. Now the Wildcats hurting themselves. 3 turnovers in this first half. Defense has played well, and they're down 7-0. Lenson kicking. Colarusso awaits the kick. As Lenson punts it high, and Colarusso just runs from it and Lenson gets one of the nicest, sweetest bounces you'd ever wanted to get. You talk about a huge break if you're Natick. They'll put it at the 1. Nothing you could do. Sam Lenson's punt just stayed up and hit perfectly. Like one of the better bounces you'd ever wanted to see. I mean, Sam Lenson just hit it, and everything just spun the way for Natick. Kevin Mackin wants a timeout. 4:45 to go, opening half a play, 7-0 Natick. Cam McClevich getting straightened out as far as what Weymouth wants to run on this first down play. McClevich goes straight ahead, and Cam close to a first down as he gets it out to the 11-yard line. As McClevich gets knocked down by Tinsley, but it was 9 yards for McClevich, 2nd and 1 coming up. The Wildcats have been able to move the football. That has been the part of this game that has been tough for them. They just stop themselves. McLevich trying to bounce it to the outside. Will get the first down. McLevich just bowls across the 25 to the 26 and gets the first down as he is brought down in the play by Ryan Gorman and Mike Dunlap. It's Cam McLevich getting the first down as Cam was able to get 15 yards on the play. Well, the Wildcats got out of the shadow of their own end zone. 2 Cam McLevich runs for 24 yards. It's going to be Ozzie Colarusso. Gets spun around, and Ozzie's in a heap of trouble. McLevich tries to throw the block and gets popped. Colarusso gets run down at about the 16, considering everything. That could have been a great deal more of a loss as Ozzie just got pushed. And he got spun around and ended up trying to come back and try to take advantage of everybody being caught at the far side. But Ozzie couldn't get back as far as everything went. So it will be 2nd and 16 for the Wildcats as they go right to left here in the second period. 2:55 and counting. Wally on the quick out. Sean trying to cut it upfield. Sean Wally gets it out to the 23, getting 7 yards back and setting up 3rd and 9. As Mike Aberze on the tackle, and Natick takes the timeout as Mark Mortarelli, the second-year Natick coach, trying to get his team an opportunity to get the football back with some time. As it'll be 3rd and about 10 for the Wildcats. McLevich keeps as McLevich will be cut down by Tinsley. And Dunlap at the 25. Cam didn't really have either an opportunity to get the ball off or get a lane to run as Natick strung the play out very well and will force Weymouth to punt. Now the Wildcats at least get out of the shadow of their own end zone, and they will be punting the football. That's McLevich and the Wildcats. Use the rugby kick. Hilger tripped up and cut down. David Harrison led the pursuit, and Andorella Fernandez and Corey Bailey-Smith finished up the play as Natick will have it at its own 43. 2:26 left, and I believe 2 timeouts. So the red and blue will have the football. Clody, quick out, and then dropped at the 47-yard line, and he claims he didn't. That was Andrew Boynton. Alex Casey on the coverage, but Boynton didn't hang on to the football. He said that he caught it on the short hop. 2nd and 10. And we talk about this game, and we had about a 40, 45-minute delay. Don't have the official time. As the pressure right away, Troy Flutie trying to get from the pressure, dumps it off. Colarusso can't make the tackle, and David Harrison does make the tackle at the 46 and a first down. As Harrison runs down Dimitri Kotris. But the first down throw, Flutie just dumping it out and getting the first down with 2:13 left. Floaty, quarterback draw, Casey, Hatchie, Stokes all there. Bringing down Troy Flutie right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, Troy Flutie look back and got what play they want to run. As Flutie dumps it off, and Dunlap catches it. David Harrison knocks him down right away, but Dunlap held on at the 31 and a first down. As Dunlap, a freshman, and Flutie's favorite receiver, makes the catch. There's Flutie. Casey, pressure, screen, Nick Lee. Brought down by Bransfield at the 21. Steve Bransfield made the play, and it's timeout Natick. Well, the Wildcats trying to hold off Natick here at the late stage of this first half. Red and blue, 2nd and about 2. And Weymouth movement. Wildcats came across but jumped back, and let's see what the call will be if it is on Natick for a procedure. So Weymouth did get back. Well, the left side of the Natick line started to move. Could be offsetting. Let's see if we got that. Weymouth players jump back. Yeah, Natick, both sides. We'll try it again. Mackin wants an explanation. That's all he's coming out in the field for. He wants an explanation. And he's saying that it's got to be one or the other, and instead of just getting both. I'm trying to figure this out. They calling it, wow. So they don't, it's almost like a do-over. Well, 2nd down and short for the red and blue. Flutie over the middle. Nice play by David Harrison as he knocked it away from Dunlap, who was getting open down the middle, and David Harrison made the play. And it'll be 3rd and short for the red and blue. Flutie on the keep. Met by Hatchie, and it'll be short of a first down as Hatchie stopped him just before he got to the 20, as they will put it at the 21. 4th and 1, Natick timeout. Well, 4th down and about a yard to go for the red and blue. As the Wildcats see Flutie up the middle, first down. Corey Bailey-Smith slowed him down, and Corey got into the secondary, but Corey met him at the 16, 1st and 10 for the red and blue. At the 16 of Weymouth as it starts to pour again. Flutie running out of time, gets slowed down, and will be brought down in the middle of the field as Natick apparently has one more timeout left. Second down and 5 for the red and blue, but 27 seconds left in the first half. Flutie trying to avoid the pressure. Troy Flutie throws it to the outside, caught. Hilger, touchdown. Well, the pressure was on, but a dump off to Hilger, who made the catch and scored. And Lanson for the extra point. Well, the Wildcats put the pressure on and just could not come up with a play when needed. Lanson puts it through, and it's 14-0 Natick. And right now, the Wildcats have just really just stopped the Wildcats. See what Sam Lanson does as far as this kickoff goes. And you figure the squib was coming, as it'll be taken by Darrell Fernandez. Fernandez gets croaked. Just get leveled at about the 27, and the Wildcats have 13 seconds left in the first half, and you probably not exactly the easiest situation with the pouring rain. Try something. Let's see if they want to regroup and get ready for the second half. Fernandez gets it to the 33, and probably the last play of the first half. As the Wildcats will leave Memorial Field at halftime, trailing 14-0. And Weymouth has basically stopped Weymouth in this first half with 3 turnovers, as they will trail 14-0. As apparently, let's see if that is the end of the first half. 5 minutes as far as the halftime situation goes. Now the Wildcats stopping themselves as far as this first half went, down 14-0 as we get ready for the second half. Weymouth 3 possessions into Natick territory and 3 turnovers. Actually 2 in Natick territory and 2 turnovers, and they get hurt because they had chances as the pooch punt kickoff, and Corey Bailey-Smith just couldn't hang on. As Corey almost had it. It just slid out of his hands and ends up at the 42, and a good effort by Tyler Mulcahy. Well, the effort was there, and it's been the story as far as tonight goes. A few inches here and a few inches there. And then we'll see. They add on to where it went out of bounds by Corey Bailey-Smith. As Troy Flutie and the red and blue get good field position, as Nick Lee gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. As Sean Murphy made the play as he knifed through and got the stop. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, the Wildcats need to stop here and get the ball back. And the blitz comes. Flutie in trouble. Flutie, about the 3rd wave of players, gets knocked down. John Hatchie leading that group, as they'll put it down for a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 12. Weymouth has made plays defensively, and just a couple of plays here and there that they get hurt by. And considering the turnovers, they could have been down more. Flutie, pressure from Hatchie and Casey, and tries to run upfield. And he'll be stopped at the 44 of Weymouth. And
hey, Kevin, look at the ref. Look at the ref on our side.
Oh, I'll tell you, that is a bad spot. 41. I'll tell you, Flutie looked like he was back at the 43. And a generous spot gives Natick the first down. Flutie gets ripped down at about the 35. And Steve Bransfield brought him down. I'll tell you, that was a generous spot. It looked like Flutie was short of the first down. So the red and blue to the Weymouth 36. Flutie on the pressure. Complete. And down to the 23. Quettrus brought down at the 23 and a first down. Weymouth coaches felt that it was a block in the back and for the release and nothing called. Kevin Mackin is just asking about it. He says, "You got to be kidding me." Flutie. Bottled up as he gets it to the 20. This Flutie we brought down there, and John Hatchie there. As it starts coming down in sheets here. Wildcats just trying to hold off Natick. Get the ball back. Flutie. Cut down at about the 16. Ozzie Colarusso makes the stop, and it'll be third in about 3. I'll tell you, there was a reach for one player and a grab. As far as everything goes, that Flutie gets sprung. Flutie. Brought down at the 14. Tim Harrington brings him down. And the spot is going to be the crucial part. First down, Natick. Flutie gets the first down to the 12, and the red and blue get the first down at the 12. Timeout. Natick. Red and blue taking this opening possession of the second half and moving it downfield. Now red and blue with the timeout. There's Natick with the first down at the 12. Flutie over the middle and incomplete. As Hilcher, the intended receiver, as the throw was low. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Flutie gets rolled right at the line of scrimmage by Murphy and John Hatchie. That'll be 3rd and 11. As the two just knifed in and made the play. And a big 3rd down play here. Flutie, booting, complete, and pushed out of bounds by Ozzie Colarusso was Hilger. And they'll mark it at the 6. And it'll be 4th down. And about 4-5 for the first down. Fourth and about 5. As we'll see what the red and blue elect to do is the Lanson will not come in, as they will go for it. Flutie, pressure! Grounding. That's a grounding penalty, and it's still going to be Weymouth ball, but pressure up the middle by John Hatchie and Tim Harrington, and Weymouth will get the ball no matter what. It's intentional grounding. And the Weymouth defense makes the big play and has the football and get a break too as the rain starts to die down a little bit. As that is going to be where the ball was released, but the pressure was there by the Wildcats. They will get the ball. It's going to be Weymouth football no matter what. No matter what, as far as that play went, it was going to be, it's a loss down. It doesn't matter what the situation was. Or an incomplete pass, and Weymouth with where the play took place and the intentional grounding, we're going to get the football in a better field position, and took the penalty and lost it down. As Colarusso gets cut down. Zach Hilger, who came up with the tackle, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Move the ball at times, and just 3 turnovers have been the story for them. Inside handoff, and Colarusso gets tied up as he gets about 2 on the play. Dunlap made the stop.
Let's fucking wave the white flag, Kevin.
And it'll be 3rd and about 8. And the Wildcats trying to get something going here in their first offensive possession of the second half, and down 14-0. McLevich, screen. And nobody made the block in front of the receiver, that being Ozzie Colarusso. And Colarusso got leveled as soon as he caught the screen. Play had a chance to get some yardage, but nobody made the block, and it'll be 4th down. And the Wildcats in their first possession of the second half appeared to be going 3 and out. The frustrating part is the Wildcats moving the football and then stopping themselves and then hurting themselves as McLevich line drives the kick. Hilger and the Wildcat special teams had good coverage again. Sean Wally and Tyler O'Brien there to make the stop. And the red and blue winning the field position battle at the moment. Now they'll have it at their 48. Last 3 possessions have been between their 40 and their 50. Dunlap on the sweep, throwing it back upfield. And it is caught at about the 40 as they ran the... Andrew Boynton came back for a wobbly pass, but Boynton gets the catch and the first down as the red and blue come out of the trick playbook and come up with the big play and the first down. Well, the Wildcats had it strung out, and just the fact that they didn't make the play, and Flutie gets away from the initial pressure. And in the open field, he is dangerous. Bransfield brings him down. The Wildcats had him wrapped up on the line of scrimmage, and Flutie just slipped through. And gets 16 on the play and a first down, and Nick Lee hurt behind the play. Nick Lee shaken up, 4:46 to go, 3rd period, and the Wildcats in a little bit of trouble. Well, Nick Lee came off. I had to be helped off. I'm not sure if it's a cramp or an ankle injury, or severe cramp that was. And 1st and 10, red and blue at the Weymouth 25 as Troy Flutie able to get through with a big gain. As Flutie again from behind brought down. John Hatchie brings him down along with Tim Harrington as they will get him for about a 2-yard gain. Will Haywood has come in for Nick Lee as he will be the running back. And lines up to the left, right of Troy Flutie, 2nd down. Flutie on the inside handoff. It is going to be Dunlap. He got stopped. Dunlap is going to score. Dunlap got away from a couple of hits and scores. And the red and blue go up 20-0. Frustrating part of that one was the fact that the Wildcats had them stopped twice. As Brian Dunlap scores, and Sam Linson will try to make it a 21-0 game. It's not a good night for the Wildcats. I don't know how he got that through, Lanson. Lenson makes it 21-0 Natick. Well, the Wildcats have a lot of work to do, down 21-0. Frustrating part of this one is the fact that how many times that they had people stopped and didn't put the people away. Lanson's kick, Colarusso on the line, takes it. Ozzie trying to find an opening, and Ozzie gets spilled by Zach Hilger at about the 31, and that's where the Wildcats will begin. You look back at this one after Natick scored. Weymouth had a couple of chances to even the game and go ahead. They've been on a couple of situations, have chances to move it down and score and just stop themselves with turnovers and plays that Natick didn't really make and just mistakes by the Wildcats. Unforced errors. As McLevich pump fakes, takes off, gets the first down to the 43. As Cam just saw nobody open and just tucked it underneath, and he's been running the ball. Should be a first down. And they move the chains, and the chain crew has been, at times, not been giving much as far as the Wildcats go. I'll tell you that, I thought it was out at the 43, and they mark it at the 42. McLevich, wide open. Wally, Sean Wally is gone. 58 yards for the touchdown for Sean Wally. And the Wildcats answer the Natick touchdown. Ozzie Colarusso looks to add the extra point. And gets it. Cam McLevich's 20th touchdown pass of the season to Sean Wally, and the Wildcats are back closer. It is 21-7. 2 plays, and the Wildcats go 68 yards for the score and get on the board for the first time in this one, 21-7. Sean Wally was so wide open, it was ridiculous. He was about 20 yards behind everybody. It's Tyler Mulcahy to kick off, and Natick getting one last person on the field. Took Weymouth 20 seconds to answer. Now the thing is, you got to get something on the defensive end and make the play as Mulcahy on another onside kick. And a Weymouth player had it in his hands and just couldn't hang on. It's just that type of night. Zach Hilger ended up with it, but 2 onside kick attempts by the Wildcats in this third quarter, and it's just a matter of an inch here or an inch there. And you're talking about 2 possessions for the Wildcats. Instead, that they're going to have to come up with a defensive stop right here. Flutie makes no place to go for himself as he is cut down by Bransfield. Steve Bransfield just rolled in and made the play. 2nd down and 12. Weymouth had 2 players. The problem is having a couple players in there on a couple of occasions. Good news is just got to wrap up and making the plays. And that's what happened in the last possession for the red and blue. Flutie pressured from Bransfield, who's got him and corrals him back at the 30. Steve Bransfield got Troy Flutie from behind as he came right up the middle and made the play, and it'll be 3rd down. and 17. The Wildcats got to come up with a play here. Flutie has time this time, zips it over the middle and throws incomplete. Hilcher, the intended receiver, and the Wildcats only see a minute and 20 go off the clock here in the third quarter. They'll get their hands back in the football after just scoring. Here's Lance in the punt, and Ozzie Colarusso awaits the kick. And the Wildcats come after Lanson. High kick, Colarusso, fair catch. 33-yard line as Weymouth put the pressure on. Colarusso just decided that he didn't have anybody to block for him and made sure Weymouth got the ball. That could be an interesting possession right here as far as this one goes. Wildcats just come off a 67-yard touchdown scoring drive. Last possession, look to come up with something here. As McLevich gets rolled. And it's going to be a personal foul on Natick. They're going to say a hold on Natick. It's a penalty on Natick no matter what. Face mask on Cam McLevich. So you get yanked down, and the Wildcats, instead of losing 4, will get a first down 15-yard penalty and move it out to the 48. As the personal foul face mask on the red and blue. First and 10 Wildcats at the 48. It's been a very frustrating game at times, and it's been a game very interesting. McLevich. Short hops. Corey Bailey Smith, who was open. And it'll be second and 10 coming up. As Corey was open, and Cam McLevich just didn't hang on to the throwing the ball. It just came out of his hands and slid. Second down and 10. McLevich gets to midfield. He didn't get much of a room to run. Dunlap and Tinsley on the tackle. 3rd and 8 coming up. As we head towards a minute to go in the third quarter. And Weymouth down by 14, 21-7. A 12-minute quarters in a Bay State Conference game, and a lot can happen. McLevich. Wide open. Colarusso, first down at the Natick 35. He just got in the middle of the Natick defense. And Ozzie Colarusso just camped out and found the Cam McLevich pass right into his stomach. And a first down. 15 on the play, and the Wildcats keep this drive going on a big third down pass completion by Cam McLevich to Ozzie Colarusso. McLevich has a, well, it goes off his receiver, Ozzie Colarusso, then went off 2 Natick players. Kind of a freaky type of play. It'll be second and 10 coming up. The pass was there, and it just slid off Ozzie's hands. And it's kind of, in this weather, it is kind of crazy to say the least. Well, timeout, I believe, was Natick. And the Wildcats come out in second and 10. McLevich on the keeper. Gets it down to the 32. That could be the final play of the third quarter. We'll see if Kevin Mackin elects to just talk about what that play will be when we start the fourth quarter. Each team scoring in the third quarter after 3, 21-7 in favor of Natick. frustrating night as far as the weather goes. We've had a 45-minute delay for a thunderstorm. And it has just been a crazy night as far as the weather goes. And the Wildcats have hit some crazy plays. 3 turnovers have hurt them. And it's 21-7. They are down in the game. And Weymouth starts at the Natick 33 with a 3rd and 8. McLevich
Run it.
floats it wide open. Kareem Bailey-Smith. Touchdown! Kareem Bailey-Smith and the Wildcats are back in it. Cam McLevich to Kareem Bailey-Smith. 33 yards for the score. And this one has all of a sudden changed dramatically. Wildcats have come storming back. 2 long pass plays to get back into this one. Ozzie Colarusso rifles it home. This game now is dramatically different as the Wildcats are back in it. 21-14 in favor of Natick as Weymouth with 14 straight points. Tyler Mulcahy to kick off. The Wildcats will look for good coverage on this one. And Mulcahy just blasted it for the touchback. Cam McLevich with 2 touchdown passes in the last few minutes, and Weymouth back into this one, 21-14. 67 yards to Sean Wally. 57 to Sean Wally, and this is not what you want to do after making the good run down the field. Nick Lee for the first down to the 31. It's not what you want to see happen as the Wildcats had just marched it down the field with the Kareem Bailey 33-yard touchdown pass. Kareem was wide open. Nick Lee this time won't get yardage. In fact, he'll lose one as he tried to take off in the draw as Nick Lee gets cut down. 2nd and 11 coming up for the red and blue.
We don't want a penalty, but we got to talk about that.
Lee trying to bounce it outside.
Lock in the back on Ozzie.
As Lee gets it out to the 33. Surprisingly, watching one of the Natick linemen, you could see it on your screen. You get a Ozzie Colarusso by the back who made the tackle. And no call. 3rd and 7 coming up. Wildcat defense looking to come up with a stop. Flutie on the roll to the far side. Back over the middle and complete. In front of Kareem Bailey-Smith, the catch for the first down. Dunlap made the catch for the first down. Brian Dunlap just get in the middle and made the catch. And a good throw by Troy Flutie. Flutie slowed down and then brought down at midfield after about a 6-yard gain. Ozzie Colarusso with the stop. The Wildcats just had a chance to stop this possession, but doesn't come up with a play on 3rd down and need to come up with a play here. Lee stood up as he got to the line of scrimmage and brought down. Tim Harrington brought down Nick Lee and sets up 3rd and about 3. And another big 3rd down play. As here come the Wildcats on the blitz and Flutie in the pressure. And he cannot complete the pass. Hayward, the intended receiver, doesn't hang on. As Hayward didn't have the completion. He was open, and he just didn't hang on, and the red and blue sends Sam Lenson in the kick. And everybody is, if you're talking to Weymouth coaches, you heard two people yell, watch the fake. With 9:07 left, the Wildcats could get open to get some good field position. Lenson high snap and gets rid of it. As Lenson gets the nice roll, 18-yard line where Weymouth will get it. Wildcats have scrapped back from 21-0 down and have the hands on the football. Well, the Wildcats very capable of just gobbling up the 80-plus yards that they need on this drive. They've done that on a number of occasions this 2011 season. And there's a few of them right there as Cam McLevich gets it to Sean Wally for about a 12-yard gain and a first down, as they will put it at the 29-yard line. If one play ever got this one turned around, it was the pass completion to Sean Wally. 57-yard touchdown pass, and it's been a different game as far as this one goes. It's McLevich on the quick out for a short gain. Corey Bailey-Smith at the 34 and gets 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. Wildcats can be patient as far as this one goes. Tell you something right now, the Wildcats might have guessed also get a break on the time as far as this one goes. Clock had been stuck at 8:52 for a little while. It's McLevich. Throws underneath and intended for Sean Wally as it was incomplete as Corey Bailey-Smith down the field found himself open. As Abruzzi on the coverage. Like Abruzzi, and it'll be 3rd down for the Wildcats. They'll need 6. .8:31 left in the game as Weymouth 14 straight points get within 7. McLevich, keeper. Cam first down, he's off to the races. 20, down to the 10. 1st and goal, the Wildcats. Cam McLevich found the seam and took off. .57 yards for Cam McLevich, his longest run of the season. And the Wildcats at the 9. And look at here, folks. At one point, it was 21-0, and the Wildcats are looking to barrel through the door and get even. Now, when you blitz, you sometimes break one, and Cam McLevich broke one. Breaks one again. McLevich at the 1-foot line. Cam McLevich and the Wildcats have 2nd and goal coming up as McLevich all of a sudden has just made it happen with his running. Inside the dive. They're going to say at the 1 foot line, everybody in the Wildcats is saying that he's in. And the side judge on the Weymouth side is saying, no, no, no. 3rd and goal. Well, McLevich looked like he dove in. No problem that time, folks. He is in. Weymouth is in an extra point of tying this one. After trailing 21-0 here in the second half, they are within 1 with 6:21 left. Cam McLevich on a 1-yard run. He accounted for the last 65 yards of this drive. And Ozzie Colarusso and the Wildcats look for the tie. Flag down, Ozzie Colarusso crushes it through to tie the game and a flag down. On the kickoff, it will be called a brand new game. 6:21 left, Weymouth 21, Natick 21. Well, the offside should be marked off in the kickoff. Natick was offsides on that extra point. And why it isn't being put at the 45 for the kickoff is beyond me. Natick was offsides on the extra point. Squib kick. And the coverage on Hilger will be solid as far as field position. Natick will have it out to 28. So apparently Weymouth declined the penalty, and it will be first down Natick at their own 29, as the red and blue have got to be in shock, seeing a 21-0 lead totally disappear. It evaporated. As the Wildcats have come flying back. Flutie getting free. Flutie. Great run out to the 49. He can just create so much. Ozzie Colarusso brought him down, but Troy Flutie gets the first down. Out to 49. Now the Wildcats, you appear to get Troy Flutie bottled up, and then all of a sudden, he's just able to escape, like his great uncle Doug Flutie. And John Hatchie brings down Nick Lee after about a 6-yard gain. Wildcats just have to settle down and just concentrate on doing what they do as far as the defense goes, and just a little too exuberant. They've overrun a few things. Flutie, pressure. Flutie gets away from a couple. Flutie will not get away from the second wave. And it'll be a loss back to the 48, and a 7-yard loss. Alex Casey was there with Tim Harrington to make the play. 3rd and 7. Wildcats want to get the stop. Flutie over the middle. Dunlap gets away. And this is disaster. Sam Lanson for the extra point. Brian Dunlap did it all himself. He just went through the Weymouth defense. As Lanson sets the tee down, and Natick took a full timeout. Let's see if they have something planned. Now the red and blue respond. 71-yard drive. Lanson got it. 4:49 left, and the Wildcats have to chase another touchdown. 28-21 Natick. All right. But 32's kicking. Alex Hilger to kick off. Lansing's been doing the kicking off. As the return, Fernandez. He was down. Darrell Fernandez was down. As they'll put it at the 36. Good grief. Natick was trying to grab one. You don't blame them, but the way this one has been going, anything can happen. This has been turned into an unbelievable game. Weymouth down 21-0, came back and tied it 21 apiece, and then gets hit with a long play touchdown. It's Brian Dunlap on the 47-yard pass reception. Puts Natick back on top. It was all Dunlap. Did the work. McLevich with the completion, the Sean Wally in Natick territory to the 48. As Wally, 14 yards and the first down. .425 and counting left. McLevich. Bailey Smith trying to get free. Curry trying to get across field, stays on his feet. Bailey Smith looking for the block from David Harrison, gets it for about 4 extra yards as he gets it down to the 25 and a first down. 24 yards on the play to Curry Bailey Smith. And the Wildcats come flying right back, under 4 to go. It has been a magnificent football game. It's turned out to be one of the wilder nights. When you look back, we've had a rain delay, we've had a lot of everything. McLevich keeps. Cam tucks it underneath. Cam inside the 20 to the 16. Close to a first down. He's a yard short. It'll be 2nd and 1. Second and 1 coming up with 3:51 left. And now the clock ticking down. McLevich trying to get the first down at least as he gets punched down at about the 14, and the marking should be a first down. As Cam knocked down by Tim Dunn. First down Weymouth at the 14, 3:10 left on that first down play. As the Wildcats have marched back after the Natick kickoff and trying to answer the touchdown. McLevich. Pass deflected away as it was intended. Ozzie Colarusso was the intended receiver, and the pass was just a little up as far as the delivery. 2nd and 10. 2:44 left, 2nd and 10 at the 13 as Cam McLevich and the Wildcats have fought back from a 21-0 deficit, tied the game, and then fell behind again. It's 28-21.
I understand that too. It's for a reason.
As the Wildcats.
I just don't like it.
Timeout. Kevin Mackin gets the timeout. McLevich. Open, picked off. Alex Hilger at the last moment snuck in front of the pass, or check it. And the red and blue survive. The Wildcats, fourth turnover of the night, third inside the Natick 20-yard line. The pass was there, the opening was there, and just not thrown quick enough. And Wildcats have 4 timeouts remaining. Just got to come up with a stop right here. Weymouth trying to come up with a stop. Flutie cut down after about a 6-yard gain. Not what you wanted to see on first down. .224 and counting left. Oh, the Wildcats just so close in this one. As far as you look at it, they should be the would-haves, the could-haves, and the should-haves, and a bounce here or there, and you're talking about a different ball game. Floating. Gets knocked down. As he gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage, timeout Weymouth. Third and short for the red and blue. Let's see what they run here. The Wildcats need the stop. Nick Lee, second effort, gets the first down. Timeout Weymouth. 1:52 left, 28-21 Natick. This is a big first down play here. Got to come up with the big play if you're Weymouth. Flutie. Bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Weymouth needed Hatchie, the tackle, and timeout Weymouth. Second and 10 for the red and blue. Flutie. Thrown down by Drew Weidman, but he got about 7, timeout Weymouth. And they need to stop here on this third down play, as they just used up their last timeout. Now the ball game in the balance. Wildcats have to come up with a stop. Procedure on Natick, it should be. Makes it a little easier, 3rd and 8 as far as this play goes. Red and blue is still keeping on the ground more than they should. You got a feeling it's going to be Troy Flutie keeping it. Flutie tries to run. Flutie gets knocked down and close to being out of bounds, but it's 4th down. Weymouth will get one more chance for the football. Well, Troy Flutie kept the ball, get about a couple of yards, and Sam Lenson in the kick.
55 seconds, we should get that should be a delay game.
And the Wildcats will be chasing Sam Lenson and trying to get the block. I got 1 block punt this year. And they look for that second one. And they don't get it as Ozzie Colarusso, fair catch. And the Wildcats got to go 65 yards in 53 seconds. Well, the Wildcats battle back from 21-0 to tie the game. And then get hit by the big play by Brian Dunlap. It was all Dunlap on the pass by Flutie. And the Wildcats are going to just Can they come up with a miracle play? Ozzie Colarusso steps out, short gain, about 3 as far as that play goes, and 4 seconds off the clock. That's the key thing, getting out of bounds, and they'll give them 5 on the play, second down for the Wildcats. But they have to come up with something. As far as this drive goes, no timeouts and 62 yards. McLevich. Deep downfield for Corey Bailey-Smith. And he couldn't hang on and just get knocked away at the last second by Hilger. He ran past the Natick defensive backs. It just got tipped away, it appeared, by Hilger at the last second. It was in Bailey-Smith's hands and get knocked away. 3rd and 5. Fourth and 5. Bailey-Smith had a pass behind him and just couldn't hang on. And the game to be settled right here. 38 seconds left. Oh, it's been that type of night. Just so close on things for the Wildcats. How many inches here and inches there for the Wildcats? And they try to come up with a play. McLevich under pressure. Complete. Colarusso, first down. And dives out to the Wally, dives out at the 49.
Hey, he's not out of bounds. He's not out of bounds. Spike it, spike it, spike it. Spike it. He's not out of bounds.
28 seconds left.
Truck run, spike it, spike it, spike it, spike it.
And the Wildcats want to spike the ball.
Spike it. Spike it.
And McLevich spikes it. Now you can say 2nd and 10, actually 2nd and 52 as far as this one goes. That's the trick Weymouth's got to make to the Natick end zone. And they were so close. Good grief, where they've been close and all night. McLevich. It's going to run. Cam's got to get out of bounds. Cam does get out of bounds. 10 seconds left, but it gets Weymouth closer. We'll put it at the Natick 39.
Trips right. Because now we can get 10 yards, get out of bounds, and now we have a 35, 25 yard, you know what I mean? So in theory.
Now, can the Wildcats do it? They have fought back the entire night. As with the 3 receivers to their side. McLevich gets the out at the 29. 6 seconds left to Sean Wally.
Run straight. Tell him to run straight down the field.
Now we got the state high jump champ and Corey Bailey-Smith. Try to get it up here for him. And Ozzie Colarusso, Sean Wally, and David Harrison. 4 excellent receivers. You just want to get it to the end zone and hope. Can they do it? And it will be intercepted. Now the hope and prayer, and Natick will win this one, 28-21. And barely. And the Wildcats came storming back from 21-0 back and tied it. And just didn't make the plays at the end. And the Wildcats, 5 turnovers in this one. And there's the story of this one. 28-21 Natick, as that will do it for everybody at Weymouth Community Access. Final score 28-21. Natick wins this one. Good night from Memorial Field in Natick. You've been watching Weymouth High Football, Weymouth Community Access.